Back in the city, life moved forward. Henry and May had grown inseparable. Late-night walks, quiet talks, dreaming out loud, supporting each other's goals, laughing like people who had found something rare and true. Henry loved her grace, her thoughtfulness, the way she listened with her whole heart. And May, she loved his steady nature, his faith, his quiet strength. With him, she felt safe. Together, they were building something unshakable. But what May didn't know was that someone else still held Henry in her heart. Sarah. To Henry, Sarah had always been a friend. A kind colleague, nothing more. But to Sarah, he had been everything. She had watched him rise, prayed for him from afar, never fully letting go. She told herself she had moved on. But when she heard of Henry's new job, and the woman walking beside him, the old ache returned. The kind that hides behind smiles. The kind that turns joy bitter. The kind that lingers quietly, in the spaces no one else can see. Henry had no idea. He was focused on the future, with May by his side. But the past, it doesn't always stay quiet. And hearts left behind don't always remain silent forever. Sarah was furious. She didn't understand, couldn't understand. After everything, the years they had worked side by side, the friendship they had shared, the unspoken moments. Why had he chosen May? One evening, unable to hold it in any longer, Sarah found him at the cafe where it all began. The place still held memories, familiar walls, the hum of machines, the smell of coffee and cinnamon. But this time, the air between them was heavy with something else. She approached him, voice trembling, eyes locked on his. "Henry," she began, her tone raw, urgent. "Why? Why wasn't I enough for you?" Henry turned, caught off guard by the force of her words. "Sarah," he said softly, choosing each word with care. "You're beautiful, you're kind, and you've always been a good friend. But I've only ever seen you that way as a friend." Pain flickered across her face, rising like a tide. "Is it because of May?" she whispered, voice cracking. "Do you love her more than me?" Henry's silence answered before his words did. "I do care for May, yes," he said gently. "But this isn't about comparison. It's not about who's better. Sarah, we don't choose who we love. For me, it's her. May is the one I love." Sarah stood frozen. For a moment, the cafe disappeared. The clinking cups, the soft music, the low hum of conversation. All she could hear was her own heart breaking. She had held on for so long, believed quietly that maybe one day. But that day would never come. Without a word, she turned and walked away. No drama, no parting shot. Just a silent, wounded goodbye. But inside her, something began to twist. A quiet bitterness. Not loud, not obvious, but sharp enough to leave a mark. And though she didn't voice it, one thought took root. If May hadn't come along, maybe everything would have been different.